For nearly 200 years, apples have been synonymous with West Sonoma County. Apples were first introduced by Russian fur traders, but in 1883, Luther Burbank championed the Gravenstein apple, and its popularity among apple farmers soared. The Gravenstein was also very successful commercially as it ripened before other varieties. It was first to market for many years. For the next 150 years, the Gravenstein apple was the most popular crop in Sonoma County, and the town of Sebastopol gained a national reputation for apple growing. A whole way of life developed. Everyone was either connected or knew someone connected to the apple business. But if there's one thing you can count on, it is change.
So you're talking about the demise of the orchards.
Today, Sonoma County is known as wine country. With this has been the demise of a whole way of life. The organization called Slow Food has listed the Gravenstein apple on its endangered foods list.
So the Gravenstein being a local apple, it's not really grown too many other places. The weather here is permitting, but it's also a soft apple. It doesn't travel well. The Gravenstein is normally just in this area. Unless you personally ship it, you won't find it in a whole lot of other places except in this area.
The decline of the Gravenstein is that the market preference has sort of shifted to these Red Delicious or Golden Delicious or Pink Ladies, things that are a little bit more firm. So they're not really using the Grav as much anymore.
I have been growing apples for 41 years, but I probably go a little longer too.
Okay. You're never leaving this.
So I've seen a 2-week harvest and I've seen a 1.5-month harvest. And it just depends on the weather, the rains, any little thing. The wind can blow the blossoms off. So sometimes you have a good crop, sometimes you don't. And it all depends on the weather and the situation around it.
The workers need to prune apple trees. You need more skill than pruning grapes. You can teach somebody to prune grapevines in about a half a day or a day. Whereas to prune apple trees, you can't even teach them in one season. It takes a few years before they can kind of look at what they pruned and then what the results were, and then they have to kind of build confidence up over a period of time.
Luther Burbank was kind of the mindset that if you don't have a tree for the right place, that you should find a tree that is for the right place. So I think he would probably think that it's kind of sad that the grape industry has taken over instead, largely because he was a teetotaler, so he didn't really approve of alcoholism. So he would probably, try to push for a healthier eating with an apple over a grape, perhaps.
It's a good versatile apple. You can do a lot with it. You can eat with it, cook with it, make applesauce. It does really well for pies and that sort of thing. So being the first apple out, everybody is waiting, wanting to it, and there's nothing that really like it. There's no apple that you can replace it or compare it to.
Yeah, I'll let my heirs figure it out. if they can outlast me.
For many in our community, saving the Gravenstein is not just about saving an apple. It is about saving our identity and our heritage.
If there was a fire, and the fire was coming through here, I wouldn't leave. I'd rather die fighting it than to leave and let it burn down. If it was going to burn down, I'd rather be here and die. Really, I'm serious. I wouldn't leave. If there was a fire here, I wouldn't leave. I'd fight it with whatever I could, and if it blows over me and it burns the place down, well, that's bad luck. But if I get killed, that's the way it goes. I wouldn't leave. So it's kind of like when if you know where you're going, then you don't have anything to worry about.
The Lord is good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me the things I need, the sun and rain and an apple seed. Yes, He's been good to me. I owe the Lord so much for everything I see. I'm certain if it weren't for Him, there'd be no apples on this limb. He's been good.
That's my good luck charm.
So here am I, 'neath the blue, blue sky, a-doing as I please, singing with my feathered friends, soaring with the bees. I wake up every day as happy as can be, because I know that with his care my apple trees, they will still be there. Oh, the Lord